Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending this month's session of the YANGTime webinar. Today we are talking about AAPEX and how to navigating AAPEX 2015, tips and tricks on AAPEX, which is just 2 weeks away. Our presenters are Jessica Finnerty from the Auto Care Association and Kelly Glasgow from WT Glasgow Incorporated. Jessica is an associate event coordinator at the Auto Care Association, one of the 2 owner associations of AAPEX. She's celebrating her 10th anniversary at Auto Care this month and has worked in trade shows for 7 years, and this AAPEX will be her 6th show. Her responsibilities include all things AAPEX as well as event production on Heavy Duty Aftermarket Week in January. Additionally, Jessica serves as a staff liaison to the Auto Care Association Events Committee. Kelly works as an event coordinator for WT Glasgow, who are the event management team for AAPEX. She's worked there for 8 years and has been an event coordinator for AAPEX for 4, and this is her 3rd year attending AAPEX. Some of her responsibilities include website and mobile app content and design, the education sessions, meeting rooms, press conferences, and attendee exhibitor registration. So without further ado, I will pass it over to Jessica and Kelly, and as always, remember you can type in your questions on the panel on the right side of your screen, and we'll address those at the end of the webinar. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jessica Finnerty, as Katie said, and today we are talking AAPEX. So just to get us started, I'm just going to throw out a couple of AAPEX basics. I know that there's a mix of some people that have come to the show before, some people that haven't. So I just want to give a really quick breakdown of just where AAPEX came from and what it is. So AAPEX is the Automotive Aftermarket Products Expo, and the show itself has been around in some form or another since about 80 years. But since 1993, it's been located every year at the Sands Expo. AAPEX goes on in conjunction with the SEMA show, which is held at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And the 2 entities together are known as Automotive Aftermarket Industry Week, which brings in about 140,000 people into Las Vegas, and is actually the 2nd largest trade show in the country, beat out only by CES. So for 2015, we currently have over 55 sessions with our education program. There are the education component and the exhibit component, as well as the AWDA conference. I'm going to go over all of these things. 55 is actually our highest number of sessions, and we have everything in the industry, all different kinds of sessions for all different facets of the industry. For the expo, which is actually from the 3rd to the 5th, the education starts the day before. We have over 2,400 exhibitors, which is unfortunately we can't really grow that number because we are stuck in a space that we sell out every year. So it's a great problem to have. We also have typically over about 35,000 targeted buyers that walk the show floor. And the last component is actually sponsored through the association, but a lot of people consider it as a big part of the AAPEX show. It's the AWDA conference, which is held 2 days prior to the AAPEX show and facilitates one-on-one meetings between warehouse distributors and manufacturers. And this year we already have over 2,075 meetings scheduled. So it's going to be a very, very good year. Some new things for 2015. For those of you that have been before, you're probably noticing the new logo, and for all the mailers and things that have gone out, you've probably noticed the new look. So we have a redesigned look and feel that's going to be very, very exciting and very kind of current and a little more reflective of where we're at these days. We're also bringing in AAPEX TV, which is going to be a TV broadcast. They're going to have short clips that are going to kind of summarize each day at the show. That'll be played throughout the show floor. It's going to be played in some of the hotels and in the member centers, so it's actually a very exciting component. We're also incorporating our new socialites, which are going to be our social media team. So you'll see a lot more activity on social media than in years past. And we have a technology conference within a conference. We're going to have a lot more of a focus on technology this year with a variety of sessions, the iShop display that's going to be in the lobby in level 2, and a couple other things that are just going to be targeted towards technology. And I'm actually going to turn it over to Kelly to talk about things that you should be doing as you prepare, even though we only have a few weeks, for the show. So Kelly, take it away.
Thank you, Jessica. Hi again. This is Kelly Glasgow with WT Glasgow Event Management. So here we have our basic attendee checklist. So if you have not already registered, if you are attending the show this year, or even if you are an exhibitor, you must register prior to tomorrow. Actually, you have tomorrow as well, to receive that discounted rate of $25. Registration is very simple. You can go to our website, either scroll over registration. We have a drop down for attendee and for exhibitor registration. Once you follow the prompts, we can get you registered and good to go. In addition to that, if you register by tomorrow, we can get your badge mailed out to you prior to the show. Anytime after that, our prices increase and you're going to have to pick up your badge on show site. And registration this year is going to be new. It's going to be in the lobby level of level 1. Prior years, it was right outside of the EDU sessions in the Venetian hallway. You're also going to want to take care of your housing reservations. Our official housing partner of AAPEX is going to be Travel Planners, and we have all of those links on our website as well. I do believe that they still have many rooms at many of your favorite hotels, so I would try and get those reserved as soon as possible before they do in fact sell out. In travel arrangements, we also encourage you to book those as soon as possible. A few websites that currently have discounted rates for traveling, if you're going to be flying across the U.S., we have Orbitz, there's Hertz, there's Southwest usually has really great bundles round trip. So I would definitely recommend trying to get those arranged as soon as possible. APEXshow.com is your go-to for everything AAPEX. So here you can, as I previously said, register to attend the show. If you're an exhibitor, make sure you get your exhibitor badges all set. You can also find your housing arrangements on here. A few other great aspects of this website is we have our celebrity appearances scheduled. There's a full-out schedule at a glance that explains all the education sessions that we have, some of the events that we host. Basically, everything AAPEX is found here. And if you're very stuck or have questions, we have attendee and exhibitor FAQs that cover pretty much everything AAPEX related. We have our search projects engine, which is very convenient. It's updated this year. It can work for if you're an exhibitor or an attendee at the show this year. You can search by brand, by exhibitor, and by product. So we have our new products that we will get to eventually, but in our new product showcase that's located on the show floor, we have all brands. So this is a great search engine for finding anything related to show floor exhibitors, products at AAPEX. And this is actually shown in our mobile app as well. It's a little bit more advanced on the internet on your computer screen. Your eBooth online profile. So this is more geared towards those who are exhibiting this year. If you have not already done so with your company, you want to fill out your eBooth online profile. This helps buyers, attendees, anybody coming to AAPEX have an idea of what your company does, what products you sell, if you're within tool and equipment, if you're whatever your target audience is, you can find your information here. For the attendee side, this will allow you, and you can see the beautiful Auto Care Association's profile here. It allows you to mark and find and favorite. You can see the star right next to the print button. Any of the exhibitors that you are looking to visit this year at AAPEX. So it's a great search engine to try and get you a little bit prepared ahead of a time. So when you are on the show floor, you can pull up your favorites and see exactly where you need to go, what booth, and what hall. The AAPEX mobile app, this has become one of the greatest tools to use on site at AAPEX. So you can see from this screenshot, it's very easy to download. Either go on your iOS or your Android app store. Make sure you search AAPEX 2015. We still have one from 2014, so make sure it's the correct year. This app will allow you to do everything that the website pretty much allows you to do. So we have an exhibitor list on there, as you can see highlighted on your screen right now. That's going to be the basic search engine. You can search by product, by categories. You can mark those stars that you can very briefly see on the side of that screen. Those will allow you to save whichever exhibitors that you wish to see on show site or have any interest in. We have our maps feature, which is very helpful since our Sands Expo Center is so large. This can track where your booth is and actually pinpoint where you need to go and where you are. The planner is if you log in and create an account with this, which is completely free, you can plan, you can mark your exhibitors that you're already starred, you can mark your sessions that you are looking to do. We have our speakers, everybody that will be presenting within our conferences, in our education sessions, and our general speaker, Louis Efron. You can see all of that information in there. It's a very convenient app to have on your phone, especially on site at AAPEX. AAPEX social media, this year we have opened our arms to social media finally and embraced new technology. So you can find us on every social media site that there possibly is. We have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, we have our new hashtag. So if anything you do, our tweet or Facebook is coordinated to AAPEX, make sure you do that hashtag AAPEX15. Make sure it's 15, not 2015. That way you can see all the buzz that's going around on social media for AAPEX. And another new one that is towards all of you is the hashtag YANGAPEX15. And that is geared directly towards young professionals in this industry. So you can all connect, you can talk about what you will be doing at AAPEX. It's really a wonderful thing, and we have embraced technology. We're very excited about social media this year. Also, in addition to that, is we are having a couple fun giveaways. We have some Twitter giveaways, and we have some Instagram ones too. You can see a little bit of the information on your screen right now. We also have it on our website under attendee information, which goes into what you can win, what days you'll be able to participate, and they're very easy. It always includes our hashtag AAPEX15, and it either will be a selfie or you'll have to tag one of your friends, colleagues, family, anybody who loves and enjoys AAPEX as much as we all do. Make sure you do those because you can basically get a free gift card just by hashtagging and retweeting. We also want you guys to spread the word. So in advance, I know it's stressful, a couple weeks leading up to the show. You have to make sure all your arrangements are in place, how you're getting there. Make sure you try and promote yourself online, set appointments, find potential matches, and all of this can be done using our website, our mobile apps. If you're an exhibitor, your online e-booth profile can help in this. It can help buyers find your company, connect with you, so you can plan meetings at the show. You can get together, you can discuss business. It's a great, great thing to do is to try and get yourself ready, whether you're an attendee or an exhibitor. And also join the conversation. As previous slides stated, we have all of our social media. So if you're on one or if you're on all, we can find you, we can help you. So now we have some quick tips and tricks, and these may seem a little silly, but they guarantee to help you. So make sure you wear pants with pockets. You don't want to be on site without pockets, and you have all these brochures, you have your pocket map that you can find on site, you have your phone, and you're trying to juggle everything while getting a quick bite to eat and getting to education session. Wear pockets. Pockets are God's best creation. Budget for cabs. Cabs typically run, we do have a couple services that are $10 cash to and from the airport, but you'll want to make sure that you're getting the local cabs. Usually the yellow cab taxis are good. Cash is great. Sometimes the credit card machines are a little funky now out there. Make sure you budget for cabs. Bring multiple pairs of comfortable shoes. You don't want to be wearing stilettos, girls and guys now. I'm talking to both of you. You'll want comfortable shoes, whether they are gym shoes, a nice pair of boots. It's a lot of walking, and I know that looking at the floor plan, it doesn't look like the area is that large. It really, really is. So make sure you're comfortable in that aspect. Portable USB chargers are a phenomenal thing too, especially if you're using the mobile app throughout on site or you're checking in on social media, tagging AAPEX 15. Bring your USB portable charger. If you happen to forget it, we actually have charging stations as well. We're looking out for everything for you. And finally, lotion and chapstick. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, it is dry, so you have to make sure that you're covering everything. Also, our Sands Expo Center, with the air conditioning and the dryness of outside, it gets very, very dehydrated. Make sure you bring water. And those are a couple tips and tricks for the show. And now I'm going to bring it, I believe, back to Jessica, who's going to tell you what happens in Vegas.
All right, so now that we know things that we should be doing now and doing in preparation for the show, let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen once we get there and once we're in Las Vegas. So we have a number of on-site tools, and these are in addition to the ones we've already discussed, like the website and the app. You know, those will obviously be things you can still be using while you're on site. But in addition to those things, we also have things like the AAPEX Buyer's Guide, which is a printed guide that has all of the exhibitors, which, by the way, if you're your eBooth profile, this is another place that will show up, so that's another reason to have that done ahead of time. The AAPEX Express, those are going to be daily magazines that are printed and passed out at the beginning of each day on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And they kind of are a summary of what's going on at AAPEX. You can find the education schedules. You can find articles about things that have happened or things that are going to be happening. They have the celebrity schedule, so that's just another tool you can use. In addition to printed maps and schedules, we have one big AAPEX map that we usually have on site. We have schedules that have the education and other things that are going on, and those will be distributed and kind of throughout the floor. We also have product finder kiosks. These are actually going to come as small iPad stations where you can go, and they're essentially going to access what you see on the website. We actually use the same platform for our website and our app and our product finders. So that way, if you've done any searching online, you're already familiar with how it works. And you can search exhibitors. You can print, if you've taken the time to do a list of all of your favorite exhibitors or print out a walking guide, you can print all that at these finder kiosks. We also have something called Ask Joe. And for those of you that have gone in the past, you might have seen our Joes. They are kind of just our helpers. We have them scattered throughout the show floor, and they are there to answer questions. If you have questions about how to find something or where to go, they can help you with any of your questions. And if they don't know the answers, they know where to take you to get the answers. So they are definitely a very, very valuable tool. And then we also have the association member centers. So as mentioned, there are two owner associations. One is Auto Care Association. The other is the Automotive Aftermarket Suppliers Association. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Auto Care Member Center. That's going to be located in Sands Meeting Room 201 on level 1. The Member Center is a place for anyone that's a member of the association to go. You can hang out and just find a place that's off the show floor just for a little peace and quiet if you need a place to sit down and collect your thoughts. It's got light refreshments and snacks. It's got an email center with printing capabilities. And also there are 9 meeting rooms with varied seating configurations that are available complimentary for you to take advantage of. So if you wanted to go and have a meeting with a customer, but you didn't really want to do it on the show floor, you can reserve a meeting room in our member center, again, free of charge for, well, I say as long as you'd like, but you know, throughout the day. What you would want to do is contact Leah Zagay after either after this call, or you can go and walk into the member center and make appointments on site, and she can schedule it in for you. We do recommend that people schedule them in advance, but if you have something that just comes up on site, you are free to walk in and see what's available. This is also going to be, this is kind of a hub, like I said, for members. and for Yang members. So Yang pins will be available at the Member Center, as well as badge inserts if you don't receive yours in the mail or if you forget yours and leave it at home. The Member Center hours are going to be Monday through Thursday. On Monday, we have abbreviated hours, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., but Tuesday through Thursday, it's 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also have, as I mentioned before, AAPEX EDU. With over 55 sessions, AAPEX EDU is really just spectacular this year. If you wanted to see what we have available, you can go see the entire schedule online, or you can search the schedule. You can search by track, and I've noted where or what the tracks are. You can search by audience. So if you are a retailer, you can go online and just find all of the sessions that are recommended for retailers. We even have one, if you notice the one that says professionals under the age of 40. So if you wanted to find which ones would be applicable for you, we have it there. The days are Monday, and that is important because the expo is only Tuesday through Thursday, but the education does start Monday to 2nd. And then you can also search by speaker. If there's someone that you've seen before that you really like, you can search and see if we've got them. And just one note, all sessions are free of charge, and they are accredited for 0.1 CEUs. And then this is something that you just shouldn't miss. This is on Monday night. This is open for Auto Care Association members, or actually members of both associations, excuse me. And this is just our opening reception to kick off the festivities and get ready for AAPEX. This was formerly known as the Chairman's Reception, but this year we changed it to just be the AAPEX Reception. So this is Monday evening from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Venetian Titian Ballroom 2201. And this is a great chance to network. We usually have this event is like a who's who of the industry. We get everyone from presidents of companies, to you and me and everyone else. So this is definitely a very fun thing, and I recommend going. I also highly recommend the AAPEX General Session. This year, the keynote is going to be delivered by Louis Efron, Tesla Motors. Louis is the author of the book, How to Find a Job, Career, and Life You Love. And his presentation is going to focus on what purpose is and why it's important to an attendee's business and to the industry. It's going to talk about how business can revitalize its talent pool and retain the best talent, and the power of knowing one's organizational what, where, and why. Louis is a very, very interesting speaker, and I think this is going to be a very good session. So this is going to take place 8 a.m. on Wednesday, November 4th in the Palazzo Ballroom. And the doors open at 7. It is complimentary. Anyone can attend, and it is open seating. And then we also have a couple of events that are for the Yang Group, sponsored by Tenneco, the Group, Aftermarket Alliance, and Fuse 5. All of these events take place on Wednesday, November 4th. The first one is not really so much of an event. It's just something that we're offering to Yang members. If you've got kind of an older headshot, or maybe you're using kind of a questionable picture on your LinkedIn, this is a good opportunity to go get a complimentary headshot that's professionally done that you can use for all of your professional endeavors. These are going to be, they're not actually going to be taken in the Member Center, but what we recommend is that you would go check in the Member Center. You'll receive a ticket where you can write down your information, and then they will tell you where to go and what room it's in, and you can go get your headshot done anytime between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. It is just a walk-in thing, so if you've got a couple minutes at lunch, feel free to run down, get your ticket, go get your headshot done, and then we'll be emailing the headshots directly after the show. We also have the Yang Town Hall, and this is going to be another really good session. Again, on Wednesday, November 4th, it's going to be from 3:45 p.m. to 4:45, and it's going to be in Marco Polo 805 to 807, which is one of the rooms where the rest of the education is going to be taking place. And the Yang Town Hall is going to be a panel discussion. It's going to feature Bill Maggs, National Pronto Association, Jeffrey Koviak, Tenneco, John Bunting from Fuse 5, and Jim Dykstra from Aftermarket Telematics Technologies. And it's going to be moderated by Chase Baxley from the Parts House. And this is just going to be an engaging discussion just about the industry in general. I believe they're doing open source for the questions. So if you're a member of the Yang Connect, go on there and you can submit your questions or your thoughts to things that they want to discuss during this panel. And then no event would be complete without a reception. So the Yang reception is going to be, again, Wednesday, November 4th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. We gave it a little bit of extra time because it was such a popular event last year. We also changed location. Last year we were in V-Bar. This year it's a little harder to find, but I think, as you can see from the picture, it's going to be a much cooler space. It's actually in the Lavo Lounge. So to get there, when you're leaving the show floor, you turn right and head towards the Palazzo, and you quite literally just continue to go straight until you get all the way to the back, and Lavo will be on your left. Please note that this is an under age 40 only event, so unfortunately we can't bring some of our older colleagues. But also please note that it is open to anyone. You do not need to RSVP. Please feel free to bring guests. You don't have to be a Yang member. We just want to have an event where we can have lots of people of the same age and in the same mindset, networking and talking and just kind of getting along. Some other things that you really don't want to miss, as Kelly mentioned, we have celebrities, we have different lounges, we have our media center, buyer's lounge, we have a couple different places on the show floor that you can connect with other people. The Express EDU Speaker Lounge is actually going to be a place. We started this year a few sessions that are express sessions, so they're only 30 minutes rather than the usual hour. But if you go to one of the sessions and have questions afterwards, we're going to have a speaker lounge where you can talk to the speakers and kind of get some more information. And we also have the new product showcase. And whenever we talk to people and we ask why they go to the show, we always hear new products at the top of the list. So the new product showcase is really the best way to see the new products and see what new offerings have come out in the past year. The only way to enter the new product showcase is if your product has been released since the last show. So it's really a great tool to see new and innovative products on the market. That's located in the extension to Hall D and will be open all 3 days. Additionally, attendees, you can help contribute to the vote. We want attendees to vote on which products they like. When you go in on Tuesday, you'll be given a scanner, and you can scan the products that are of interest to you. And the products that get the most scans in each category are going to ultimately be the winners of the category awards. So we definitely encourage people to stop by on Tuesday and participate in the voting process. And some tips and tricks for while you're on site. So I would recommend, if you're taking customers out, or if you're making dinner reservations, I'd recommend making them in advance. Sometimes it can get kind of crowded at some of the restaurants, and I know that seems like kind of a silly thing, but when you're hungry and you've been waiting in line for like an hour, it definitely has its perks. We also offer deals and discounts. Now, I think these are up on the website. If not, they'll be coming up very shortly. The deals and discounts are available. They change every year. They're available to people at the hotels that you're staying at. So if you're staying at the Venetian, you'll have a set of deals and discounts that you can get with your show badge. And it can be anything from, $1 off a drink at, the Bourbon Room to, 20% off at the spa, or they have show tickets, things like that. I mean, it's really kind of a neat range of discounts. So I definitely recommend checking that out. We did mention budgeting for cabs. However, I do also recommend taking advantage of the shuttle buses. We do have a pretty comprehensive shuttle bus program that takes you to and from the hotels, to and from SEMA, although the lines can get a little long for those. And as Kelly mentioned, we have a $10 shuttle that goes to and from the airport on Thursday. And that's just an easy way to get to and from without spending quite so much money or having to walk if you didn't take the shoe advice and you might have blisters on your feet. And then we can't stress enough, just hoard your water. Vegas is a desert, and you don't really realize how dry it is until you've been there for a few days and you're parched and your skin starts cracking. So water is definitely one of those things that you really should keep tabs on while you are in Las Vegas. And speaking of Las Vegas, all work and no play makes for a dull trip. So Kelly's going to go over just a couple little things about things that are a little more fun. Kelly?
Thank you, Jessica. In addition to the last slide, we do have those deals and discounts on the website. They are under show information, labeled AAIW deals and discounts. I know that we have some pretty cool ones that are actually in the link, which is that huge Ferris wheel that they have where you can dine in, or there's bars. So make sure you check those out. Those are all working discounts with your AAPEX SEMA badge for this year. So all work and no play. As much as we want you guys to be productive out there, we do have a couple recommendations for you guys to let loose, but not too loose. There are free entertainment all over the Strip. So if there's a very stressful day or you're staying a couple extra days, make sure you check out some of the fun free stuff like the Bellagio fountains. The Mirage has a volcano display. I believe Treasure Island has a pirate show. Really great stuff all around the Strip, and the best part is they're free. There's also shows. It's Vegas, so why wouldn't there be? On site, actually, at the Venetian, the Palazzo, they have Rock of Ages, which I'm not sure if anybody saw that wonderful movie. I was probably the only one that liked it. But that show is on site. It's a hilarious show. There's other ones. They have Britney Spears out there, Celine Dion, Blue Man Group. Bunch of different shows, a bunch of different hotels, just to let loose a little bit. We do have some really great restaurants near the stands as well. So taking Jessica's recommendation of making reservations prior to that, there's a couple burger joints, there's Sushi Samba, there's a pizza place, there's a few steakhouses as well. I know there's a Margaritaville down the Strip, kind of by the Palms. Fun restaurants, it's Vegas. And of course, bars. Don't know that much about bars, but they're everywhere. We have a couple very close near the show floor as well. There's a sports bar that has pretty much every game going on, and especially myself being from Chicago, I hope there's some Chicago people on here. Go Cubs! We're killing it this year. And then finally we have shopping. Caesar's Palace has a great shopping mall, and also the Venetian Palazzo, which is connected to the Sands Expo Center. They have those awesome gondola rides. You go through the whole canal shops. Very great. Some affordable, some not so affordable shops, but it's a great way to let loose, especially after a hard days of work. And that actually concludes. Again, I'm Kelly Glasgow, working for WT Glasgow. I'll be on site this year. I hope to see all of you guys there. I'll probably be either in the show office downstairs in the Sands or in the International Buyer Center or by education sessions. I kind of drift everywhere. And then Jessica, you could probably find her in the AutoCares Member Center.
Yes, I'll be in and out of the Member Center. You'll find me kind of here, there, and everywhere during AAPEX. But if you did have questions or if you did need anything, I am always happy to help, and I could talk the show all day long. So please feel free to email me at the address below, because I really do like talking about AAPEX. It really is a very, very cool show, and I'm happy that you all will be attending, and I hope that you're as excited about it as I am.
So we have received a couple of questions. Let's see. What are the top 3 things you should experience at your first AAPEX?
Well, I would say definitely putting aside things like, the show floor and like the general things like that. I think the general session is a really good thing to go to. It's very informative. It's guaranteed to be a really good presentation. And it's just a neat, coming together of kind of the whole industry. I mean, that's really fun. Similarly, the AAPEX reception, it's a really great thing if you want to network, if you really just kind of want to be on the same level as kind of everyone that's in the industry. That's a really good one, too. Third thing, I mean, there's just so many things going on. I feel like I'm doing a disservice to many things. I'm going to go ahead and say some of the Yang events, just because since it's your first time. The Yang events will give you a really good opportunity to network and talk with other people that are your peers and that are on your level. And so that, I think, is a really good thing for a first-timer under 40.
And I will plug the Yang Town Hall. This is the first time that they're doing this format. And I'm working with Chase Baxley on some of the programming and working with the panelists, and I can tell you it's going to be a fantastic session. So I'm going to plug that selfishly. Another question, can you tell us where the education sessions are located? Are they in the Expo Center or in the hotel?
A little bit of both. They are in the Expo. However, for first-timers, this is kind of hard to explain without having a map right in front of me. But the way that it works is the Venetian Hotel connects to the Sands, and they are technically in the Venetian. However, it's right next to the Sands Expo Center. So they're in the Marco Polo rooms for the most part on level 1. And that's about as good as I can go without a map.
The good news about the sessions is they're all located near each other. So especially if you're on the up, there's 2 levels to the Sands. If you're going to want to be on the lower level, the easiest way is there's going to be a shuttle bus line to SEMA. It's very hard to miss because it's so long. It is constant, but there's going to be an attendees lounge right across from the education sessions this year. So that's a pretty easy place to find them. It's not as large as we stress that it is, but it is a little bit difficult to find. If you have any problems finding the sessions on site, just find and ask Joe. They'll be able to guide you right there.
And just while, not to interrupt, but while we are talking about the education, I kind of really only glazed over it a little bit, but I do want to stress just again that we have a really, really great program put together for 2015, and we have a lot of really neat sessions. We have one on Wednesday morning that's going to be following the general session called Amazon Can't Do That we're really, really excited about and we're promoting. And we have a lot of sessions about online selling. We have sessions on disruptive tech. We have David Portalatin from MPD actually gives a State of the Industry report, and he does that twice. So if you can't go to one, you can catch the other one. And we really, really just have a lot of very fun sessions. So I would take the time prior to the show to just really go through what we have available and find the ones that are right for you.
And also you receive 0.1 credits of CEU to go towards your AAP or your MAAP for attending those sessions. Can you tell us where you can find a schedule of all these sessions once you're on site?
Sure. The schedule is actually going to be, we're going to hand out little pocket schedules, but a large schedule is going to be right outside of those education sessions we were talking about that are on the lower level. It's a huge, I mean, I can't even explain how big it is, but it has every single session on that board, as well as each individual room will have a meter board right outside of them stating which sessions at what time are going to be in that room. Also, all the Ask Joes, there's going to be stations around with them. They have those education sessions on iPads, on little pocket schedules. So we have them pretty much everywhere around the show. Again, if you need any help finding them or asking what sessions when, an Ask Joe or anybody can really help you for that.
We also have all of the sessions available to be viewed on the app. So if you did take the time to put together your schedule or star your favorites, you can access it and see the ones that you liked and have just a list of the ones that you thought were relevant.
I have a couple of questions about the social media incentive. Could you go back to that slide and go over what that entails with the giveaways?
The social media contests, they're only 24 hours. They are run through our socialite team, so they're the ones that are heading this out. But I believe they're going to be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And what you need to do is, for these ones, you're going to just use the hashtag, APEX15, and retweet what they put out. So I guess it's going to be see you at APEX15. So once you see that go out, you retweet, and then that's going to enter you in to win a $50 gift card. The $100 gift card is just going to be one promotion. That's going to take place on Monday, November 5th. November 2nd. I'm getting ahead of myself. And to win that one, we're asking that followers send in selfies of themselves. Now, if you're already at APEX, this will count too. But we're saying send a selfie of yourself on your way to APEX. Like, show us how excited you are that you are en route to APEX, and send us a selfie. And then one lucky selfie taker is going to win a $100 gift card.
In addition to that, these are both on either Instagram or Twitter. So right now we actually have a Twitter contest that started this morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be on Twitter. All you have to do to enter is follow APEX Show on Twitter, and there's going to be a little tweet on there with the contest rules. And that's all you have to do. So it's very simple, and you win a $50 gift card. So also on our website, we have that under the attendee information. and we have it where it'll say either the contest is ongoing, open now, completed, or coming up. So it's right there for you, all the information in the contest rules. Super easy and fun way to get the word out about AAPEX, especially with you guys being able to come this year.
And just to reiterate, we do have the AAPEX 15 hashtag, but we also have the Yang AAPEX 15 hashtag. So just so you are thinking about it, please feel free to use both in your posts. If you want to talk to the entire AAPEX audience or the entire AAPEX world, definitely tag hashtag AAPEX 15. But if you use the Yang one, that one's not going to enter you into the contest because that's something we're doing internally. But that can have you in a conversation with other Yang members. But definitely don't be scared to use both, and that way all of your posts will be seen by everybody.
And then there's one last question, and I don't know if you have the answer to it, but it's something, I guess, for people to think about. Someone said that Uber is now at the Las Vegas airport. So that might be something for individuals to look into on their own when they're considering transportation. Unless you two do know the answer to that, I'll leave it up to the individual travelers.
I'll apologize because I actually did mean to look into that before this webinar, but I have heard the same thing. I do not know the details. So I would recommend just kind of looking into that. That would make things very convenient, but I'm not 100% sure how that works.
Okay, I'm getting mixed reviews from commenters. So somebody said it's suspended and somebody else said it was there. So we'll leave it up to do your own research. Sorry, I wish I had a better answer. I know they are trying to get into the various airports. So that wraps up our questions. And really quickly, I'll plug our next YANGTime webinar. It will be Thursday, December 10th with the Philosophy of Problem Solving with Chunj Kemp from Tamil Gaskets. He will give a very exciting webinar, I'm sure, and that will be worth, you can earn CEU credits at that one. Registration will go out probably after AAPEX as that date gets a little bit closer and things settle down with everyone's travel schedule. So thank you so much for attending today, and I hope everyone has a fantastic AAPEX, and I'll see you in Las Vegas.
See you in Las Vegas.